Alright, everybody, welcome back to D20 Theater. Unfortunately, Sam has had to leave us for this second part of this episode.
Forever.
He, unfortunately, his neighbor's apartment caught fire. And so he was worried about his cat, so he went home because I guess smoke was filling the lower part of their flat, and so he wanted to go check that out.
So far as we know, everything's good. For now, he just wants to make sure everything's
Yeah, we just want to... He said it should be fine. They got the cat upstairs in their flat, so they should be good, but he just wanted to check on it. So we'll continue this part without him as Osborne helps Evian and Halvor to set up a camp in that center parlor there.
Still pretty rattled by that talking to the green thing.
No.
Very nice.
Doofus.
Alright, where do we want to go?
Well, we've got the world to see.
This is our only door. Well, other than
and then stairs.
We could
So
go the way he went.
Yeah, but don't we want
You know what's
to check
over
the check the floors as we go?
Yeah, I think we
Or
should.
well, does that staircase?
It goes down. There's a basement.
Oh, okay.
This goes down and down.
This one.
That goes also down.
Oh, okay.
This one
that
goes
one
up.
goes up.
Yeah. So
See, this is the top. This is the bottom.
You can always tell which way a staircase goes
Oh,
because the narrow side's at the bottom.
Yeah, see top.
Right, that's what I figured. I just thought that's where it went down.
okay.
This is just a
So
wall.
we don't really need to. I mean,
But
we should check it because it's a room
Oh,
and it's on the same floor.
This is missing here. This leads around to the top of this area here.
Oh. So this hallway just ends there?
Mm-hmm. And
Okay.
it leads into that room there.
In that room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well let's go this. I want to go.
Let's go in the room.
We're going to D.
We're open the door.
All right.
We're gonna kick open the door.
Okay, here we go.
We're playing Munchkin
this looks to be. It might once have been an architectural marvel.
Guys are going first.
The entirely wooden structure, from the floorboards to the tall ceiling, was made without the use of a single nail, touch of cement, or stone. It looks to have been made from fine oak stained a rich dark brown, and a relief carving of a family stands proudly over a large marble fireplace. This place looks like it cost a small fortune. Now, though, boards are leaned across the narrow windows, with benches and bookcases pushed against them to hold them in place. Ruined furniture thrown about the room, a patina of dust covering everything. And you can see scorch marks, a burn scar, and a heap of smashed, blackened chairs piled in the center of the room.
They burn the furniture. Odd.
Perhaps not intentionally.
Perhaps the raiders who ransacked the rest of the place did it just to keep warm. Wasteful. The stairs then, or that door? And I gesture at that door.
Oh, there is a door. Well, as you said, floor by floor.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah, you guys get to go first though.
Let's
Right.
go.
Put Thaddeus up front. I'm good. I ain't scared.
Alright, this
got more AC
is
than
an
this.
empty hallway. Though you do see a skeleton lying in the center of the room. And you can see to the left a door.
I'm gonna go ahead and just sweep the area with my divine sense again.
Oh,
See if I
just
pick
kidding.
up anything.
Alright, remind me of the range.
30.
I think I have 60
It
written.
might be 60,
That's
yeah.
60.
I would just like to say, as like a general note, as we find all these corpses and skeletons and stuff,
You're just.
I would like to sacred flame each of them as
Sure.
we come to them.
Sounds good.
Both in,
That's what
in
I
an
did with the
attempt to
cleric last
respect
time
the
I played
dead,
one.
and then also, just in case.
In case
You
one
know?
of them goes getting up and is like, oh no, and then falls back.
Where's my wine?
Near the...
He's not your wine anymore.
I remember.
As you head in here, the
Yeah,
door
we're
here, you actually approach the door, and the door is locked.
Allow me. I will attempt to undo that.
Give it a shot.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
Give
an
it a shot.
18.
Give it a
Alright,
shot.
yeah, very easily. You jimmy the lock,
Ah.
you walk on in. The room is covered in cobwebs and dust, but largely untouched. There's a large down bed, a desk, and a rickety wooden chair.
Okay. I'll check the desk. Is that locked as
Yeah,
well?
I'll check the bed.
Yeah, the
'cause there was
drawer
a-
on the desk does seem to be locked.
Okay.
Well,
Same old song and dance. Let's see if I can figure that out. That's an 11.
Alright. You sort of pry the lock, and it snaps. You hear something inside of it snap, but as it does so, it does look like you've gotten the lock off, but you might have broken the lock in the process.
Ah, well.
Bummer.
And as you open the
Skin off my
drawer,
nose.
a needle goes
Yo.
and shoots right into your hand.
Ah.
Roll a con save.
All right.
You're within 10 feet of me, though.
10 feet.
Have that plus 3.
I'll take that plus 3. That's I crit that one, so that's a 25.
All right,
25.
Nice.
You like jazz?
So as you pry it loose, it does appear to have been poison. But whatever poison it was seems to have been dried and long lost its usefulness.
Right. Well, something of value must have been in here.
What was it?
What did I find?
Well, inside the desk is a diary.
Ooh.
Juicy.
And the diary is written in the
dusty.
old speech.
Oh, cool.
Well, shucks. I don't know if I read that.
I do.
Yeah, I can't read it yet.
I can't read it either. I speak it, but I can't read it.
But you read it?
I do.
All right.
I don't know if I trust her.
The one thing I did.
I'm gonna take 10 minutes to cast.
Wow.
I'm gonna ritual do comprehend languages.
All right.
I'm gonna read it before then.
Yeah.
Take a little time.
I'll take the time.
I'm gonna
That's
read it
okay.
before then, and then I'm gonna burn the.
I'm not letting you.
Keep it
I'm
so
gonna
burn the
see.
book.
I'm even gonna ask.
It didn't say anything important.
Nobody asked me about it.
As you read it, as you read through it, it seems to be written from the perspective of the winemaker. Not the family that owned the winery, but the actual person employed as the winemaker. Like the mixer, basically.
Right.
And as he's, or as you read through this journal, it details over time how the newcomer gave him such great ideas, and the newcomer had grand plans, and soon he'd be a rich man. He said that he would ask for a sacrifice when the time came, for a small price, an investment, so to speak. As you go on, the journal becomes written less coherently over time. One journal entry, most of them follow this same theme of the newcomer gave me a new idea today, the newcomer gave me a great plan today, the newcomer suggested today, until one journal entry that stands out from the rest that reads, they don't know who he is. No one else has seen him. No one else has met the newcomer. Am I going mad?
Oh boy.
Is it me? No. He spoke to me. He did. I saw him. I have his portrait. He handed me his portrait. And then, at that point, looking on a desk, you do see a portrait of two men standing together, and the men look like they're smiling and happy. One of them looks, to be in very fine dress, and the other in more befitting of a winemaker.
Plain clothes.
Yeah. The journal then continues from there. The next entry says, if they cannot see, I will make them see.
Oh, that's...
They will see the newcomer.
Oh.
They will help me. We can all work together. The next journal entry has red stains all over the page, making it difficult to read. But the following, as you continue on, it seems that several other workers here, including the cooper and someone named Rawl, were all working, all came aboard to help this guy, the winemaker, and the newcomer do something. It seems as though the very last journal entry says, and at last, the chateau is mine. The newcomer was right. It all paid off in the end. It was all worth it.
And that's after the stained...
Yeah, that's the very last journal entry.
Wow. Well, from what I can tell, it sounds like the winemaker forged some sort of pact. Whether that is a supernatural pact or not, there was a price you paid.
A pact with what?
The newcomer. Seems like a mysterious force that
Well.
none other recognized.
So, an other force, then.
An other force. I will stow that away for later interrogation.
He's
Anything else in that drawer? Just the diary?
That's it.
Okay. Awesome.
I'm gonna search the bed because
Yeah.
there was a bed. There was a thing in the bed before. I had nothing in the bed. I got it too.
But it did take a little time.
I was doing that while he was.
Oh, while he was doing the desk. That's fair. While he was reading. Yeah.
Does that
Don't
how
look at he's taking
spellcasting
dice away.
sounds when
Yeah,
you're asleep?
exactly.
Wow. All right. What else?
While rolling your eyes like a maniac.
There's no doors this way, right?
No, because that is actually
This
on the
up
next
here?
floor. Yeah.
So I'll have to go out this door and around and up.
Okay.
Or we could go down, I guess, to a basement type thing.
Well, this is still this thing.
Okay.
I'm actually
Nick had a stroke.
I'm actually a little confused about the layout now again.
These are
Because-
upstairs.
Chloe, why do you suck
Okay.
at
These
this?
are downstairs.
But look at this.
He
These.
said he's confused about the layout.
Because this is connected to this, which is
Oh,
downstairs.
I must have drawn a door where I should
Well,
not have.
Okay.
You did
Is
it
this
bad.
door the one that shouldn't be there? Or is it this
that
one?
door there, I
This
believe,
one.
shouldn't
Okay.
be there.
So,
So it's two different rooms that are
so
not
this is
connected.
upstairs.
Right,
This
yeah.
is downstairs.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we can. So there is one more room downstairs that we could check.
This is floor
What
1.5.
downstairs? Yeah.
This is
let's
floor
let's do
0.5.
that one before we go up a whole floor.
So
Let's
this
do
one.
the half floor. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, as you head over there, you find the
No, I'll stay in front.
parlor that you saw, or that what's his face, Osborne saw earlier. Again, there's a bunch of stuffed animals in here, a large marble bar. You can see a buffalo head, a moose head, a complete brown bear, many rabbits, a woodchuck, and a beaver. And in the fireplace is a mostly burned but still recognizable stuffed lynx. And it quivers slightly as you enter the room.
The lynx does.
The lynx
okay.
does.
Can I go pick it up?
All right.
It's a lynx. It's a big old kitty.
Yeah, but it's stuffed and burnt.
Yeah, and as you approach, and you start to pick it up, roll for initiative.
You touched the thing. Okay. Well, you're gonna be in the fire.
touched.
Is the fireplace is on this far wall?
Was that
Yeah.
was that
Okay.
a good or a bad?
That was good.
I will not be
19.
next to the fireplace.
I can't read these dice.
I
dude.
know.
That's the benefit.
All right, UI.
Like I said, I've had these dice
Oh, I'm sorry.
since I
Let's
was
start with Osborne.
Since you thought you were edgy.
Okay.
7th
Oz?
grade.
Oz is
Oh, he's
absolutely-
not here. All right.
What's up, Oz?
All right.
He's
It's
really sad.
20.
Thaddeus.
Another nine.
14.
Barthune.
19.
Oh, good.
And UI.
9.
Yeah.
Were you worried someone else would lose also?
No, I was like, usually there's only one person who sucks, and this rhyme was.
All right, UI.
You are Darthur.
As you reach into the under the lynx, you pull it up, and it's just covered on the bottom with a black oozy
Oh,
no!
My
24.
magic is good on these.
Oh,
Magic's good.
24 hit your AC.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you're the
No.
Is this a
one.
fiend?
Oh,
no.
so.
Oh.
24 does not
Is
hit
it?
my
Is
AC.
it? Is it one
It's
of
a black
these?
pudding.
That is exactly what it looks
Oh my
like.
god!
I'm not in it yet.
Oh, you're in.
No!
Not yet.
Well, you take 6 bludgeoning damage
Okay, I can take that.
and 24 acid damage.
So, okay.
So is this thing like absorbed the links that it was?
Yeah, it was like the lynx was basically resting on this that looked from a distance like there was ash resting on it, so it looked like just a pile of ash. But it quivered as you entered, and then once she went up and touched it, it started creeping up her arm and pulling her arm into it. Alright, it's steam.
Okay, well, I don't much like that at all. I don't have a whole lot I'm going to throw at it. So I'm just going to cast a 3rd level magic missile from my wand. Let's get that going.
My fists are magical.
Indeed, yes.
They sure are. So I got 4, 5, 8, 9, 11. That's not great. So 16 force damage
Okay.
onto that blobby there.
Some missiles plunge into the fireplace, and you can see splashes of ooze and acid erupting from this thing as it sort of blobs its way out of the fireplace, now filling a much larger space than it initially appeared. Barthun.
I'm going to kind of reel back at this thing, jumping at UI, and point my halberd forward at it and unleash a guiding bolt of light.
Alright.
Oh, do you want to be back here then?
Probably back there, yeah.
I'm so bad with guiding bolts.
Uh-oh.
It's not going to hit.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's a natural 2. So.
What's the total, though?
More than a 10?
No.
I don't think so.
No.
What?
Think
The total is 8.
yeah.
8 will hit.
Oh.
8
Oh,
will
it
hit?
Eight will
Oh, is
hit.
it 8
Nice.
exactly?
Oh my
7.
gosh.
Wow.
Yeah, there is,
Wow.
it's a ooze. It's right there.
It's
Swing
not
a
gonna
thing,
dodge
you
you.
got it.
But it needs to be magic.
It's a big old pudding. It's
16 radiant damage.
Nice.
Alright.
And then the next attack against it has advantage.
Darn
Alright,
Skippy.
Thaddeus.
I like that. As I move towards it, then I see it's like starting to rot. That the lynx is just sort of eating into it. And I go, no, I don't like that. As I grip my spear a little bit tighter, it begins to glow. I'm casting magic weapon.
Alright.
And then I'm going to move forward and engage the thing. I have advantage on my first attack. Good. I got a 22.
No.
Oh my gosh, I literally
It
cannot
has a
miss.
gap AC.
I did 6 damage to it. I'm going to smite it.
Alright.
Alright.
I did 13 more radiant damage to it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah. Plunging your spear into it, it erupts with light. And you can see parts of it start to just shrink away from this blaze of light there.
Have another. And I swing again. I almost crit. Not quite, though. It's a nat 19. Ooh, for 11 more damage.
Alright.
I'm going to smite it again.
Alright.
I don't like this thing, whatever it is. It seems bad. For 11 more radiant damage.
Nice.
Alright.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Alright. As it shrinks forward, or slinks forward,
Yeah.
With its turn?
It is its turn.
yeah, it's going to kind of
I'm
slink
done.
forward. And, you know,
I
it's
just burnt
not
a lot of
liking,
spell
let's
slots.
see who it's not liking. Alright. It's not liking Barthun, so it's going to
course
move
it's
right
not.
there.
I knew it. I was just sitting here like it's me. It's
It's
obviously
moving
Bartholomew.
right there into UI's space.
Oh, so it's gonna chomp her up?
No, but in UI's space.
Okay.
Oh.
By the way, when you hit it with that
Mhm,
melee
mhm.
attack, each melee attack, the first you took 3 acid damage as it splashed onto you, and the second you took 5. So UI, you place yourself
Oh,
in it.
man, that actually
It's
did
not like
damage.
doing damage, but it's in your space. All right,
Yikes.
and it gloms out a pseudopod towards Barthun for 15 to hit.
That does not hit me.
There you go. It's
Take that, ooze.
Okay, well
Oh,
I'm gonna just hurl I'm gonna do the whole chill touch thing.
All right.
And that's gonna be a 10 to hit for 5 necrotic damage.
All right.
This is not tremendous.
Not great.
Does it have opportunity attacks?
You went right
Would I
for it,
know that?
didn't you?
No.
Oh, I must have skipped you
you
somehow.
Oh.
Okay, UI, go ahead.
Hey, UI, do a
I
thing.
had a 9, so I
You
didn't
hit?
laugh.
You hit?
That's,
No, I meant like.
that was her.
You were before it.
Oh,
You
okay.
Oh.
But I must have skipped.
Well, I literally can't miss, so I'm just checking for
Well, I mean,
crits.
you
Crit fail.
You
auto
could.
misses.
And we don't have our
Yeah.
automatic crit fail redoer guy.
Yeah, but okay. So there's a lot of numbers to add up. I got
Alright.
3 6s though.
All right. So in that case, since your axe is magical, you cleave into it, and the ooze sort of stops. And
Oh.
Oh.
so
That was slashing damage.
yeah, that's slashing damage. You
Oh.
slice through it, and it
Many.
splits.
But also fire damage.
But also fire. That's true. How much was the fire damage specifically?
Oh shoot. Okay, so it would be one of these, and then my punches are just
All right, but first give me the fire damage. That's the first thing I need.
okay. 4, 5, 6, 7.
7? Okay, that's exactly what you needed. As you sear through it, both halves of this pool start to like pull themselves together, but the fire burns away at the acid, and the pool just sort of stops moving on the ground. A shimmering black mirror now on the ground before you.
I would like to cast Sacred Flame on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I did
Whatever.
42 damage.
10 more radiant damage.
Wow.
Alright.
I
42.
don't think I did
That
that
hard.
much.
Man, and you've used 3 smites now.
Yep.
What's that put you at?
I've got 1 first level and 2 second levels.
Okay.
left.
I did 42 damage in 1 hit.
I haven't had to use any other spells today.
That's a you will not have very many smites for this boss that you're about to fight question.
Maybe.
I got 2 second levels. I ain't scared. I'm a little scared.
What's next?
Well, that was all this room, right? We didn't actually look around so much. We just pulled through the links, but
That's true.
the rest is just trophies.
Yeah, we could. Yeah, we
You
could.
wanna search the room?
That would take some time.
It would take some time.
I don't know if it's worth it.
Probably not.
Yeah, I feel like we should just keep moving.
Kobe's gonna be like, that's where the treasure was.
It's under a panel, under the rug, you fools.
I mean, this would be where they would keep
I'm gonna move the rug out of the way and see if there's a panel. Just
There's
real
not.
quick. Okay.
There's not. Okay.
Okay, that's good.
Come here, boy.
Can I search and they go do things and I meet up after?
You've
with
been
them in a little bit?
chosen.
What's that?
If I search for a few
Touch
minutes
me.
while they go do things and then go come find them?
It will
You'll not
take some time,
What is this?
but it'll be while they're doing other things.
Bye-bye, UI.
Hey, Booster.
Do you want to do that?
What's she doing?
Pet meeting.
This is where treasure would be.
I demand butt pets.
Okay, no, I won't.
You can.
No, I'll wait till it's clear and then I'll do it.
Alright, then where are you going?
We're going downstairs.
Downstairs?
No, we're going upstairs.
Yeah, up and
You're
around.
upstairs?
We're going up and around, yeah. We're up here.
There's a door there, and there's a door
Alright.
there.
Each of these doors look to be various, just like workers' quarters. They all look fairly untouched, but you know, decayed for sure.
There's like
good. That means
yeah,
they're
there's just-
openable.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean in the rooms. That's what you see.
There's
They're
just not much.
mostly untouched rooms, but
But it's like servants' quarters or
Right.
workers' quarters.
yeah,
We could search them.
you could.
Do we want to?
Their workers' quarters are probably not loaded
Probably
up.
not much.
Well, I mean, if we can poke our heads in and not see anything kicking around in there, I
Right.
think it'd be
Yeah,
good.
yeah. If we look in and there's like a chest or
Yeah.
you know a big obvious thing where it looks like something might be, we might have to go.
Well,
look
there's
in
a
that.
chest. It's like a chest, but with bigger handles.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
All right. Well, I'm gonna have to check that one out.
Unfortunately, it's empty.
Oh,
Son
bummer.
of a gun.
Wow, what a waste of time.
Yeah.
Bigger
well,
handles
waste of a
does not
trust.
equal more more treasure.
It's not
Okay.
the size that matters.
This is about Haley's
It's about
decks
the-
again.
No, this is about dinghies, guys.
Alright, anyway, family friendly stream. These 2 rooms are empty.
Name one thing that hasn't been family
What?
friendly.
These 2 rooms are empty.
Besides all of
Yeah, they're just fairly decayed.
So then we go in this one.
I think we can. That's
Is it
what
C?
I'm
See? So unlike
Oops.
them.
unlike most of this kitchen looks like it's seen service more
Oh,
recently.
it's a kitchen.
It looks like
How quaint.
there seems to have been some stuff brought in from outside. There's the remains of an old campfire in the center of the room, as though someone tried to camp here. Maybe they successfully camped here. Maybe they didn't.
Maybe not. Who knows?
You can see that there are a number of outdoor wooden tables and benches sort of wedged into this room that clearly didn't originate here. The oven, the stove area is fairly clean. It's an old like gas-style stove. The room is cleared of any cleavers or knives. And at one end of the room is a crude dumbwaiter. It has a 5-foot by 2-foot opening covered by a wooden door on sagging hinges. Alongside the door is another opening in the wall containing 2 ropes. Pulling on one raises the dumbwaiter, and pulling the other lowers it.
That's not very nice to call that guy dumb.
I'm a loyal servant of the family. I don't appreciate having my intelligence disparaged.
What is that, Home
It's a good
Alone?
joke.
You
Yeah,
really
where he
appreciated
has the
your own
dumbwaiter?
joke.
I think I'm hilarious. I'm my best friend. Don't worry about it.
I'm my best friend. That's the saddest thing I've heard.
No, I love
Today?
it. It's a great time. Okay, anyway, I'll go look at
That's
it.
the saddest thing I've heard since all my horses died of anthrax. 9/11 happened and my house burned down. All in the same week.
How many times? How many times? Did I tell that story? Anyway, I'm gonna go look at the thing.
Welcome to
It's
Chul.
fine. Grant's horse was hit by a truck or something. So
Yeah, but man, I wear this jacket all the time. So, alright.
I never
What are you
even
doing?
owned a horse.
I'm looking at the
You're
waiter.
looking at the.
I refuse to call him
Idiot
dumb.
waiter! The
Okay.
big stupid waiter!
What do you do with it?
That's why you're always
I'm
waiting
looking
because
at
you're
it.
slow.
Is it on our level?
Currently, it looks like it is actually as you look in, it looks like the dumbwaiter is. That can't be right.
Actually, quite
Dumbwaiter
intelligent.
is incorrect.
Second.
The dumbwaiter is 75 feet
Yeah,
overhead.
it looks like it's up, and it looks like it should. There's not a higher level here, but it looks like it's up.
Like maybe they just have it out of the way.
Like in the attic?
Yeah, it's just gone farther up than it should have been. It looks like the shaft continues up, but there's not another level to the building.
Okay.
Can
I'll
I
have my.
bring it down?
You put your familiar in.
Yeah, I
and
was
just
gonna have my
do-do-do-do.
crawling claw
So let's bring
climb
it
up
down.
there.
Or no, he's gonna climb up.
Break it down.
Yeah.
Oh, the crawling claw climbs up? Okay.
Yeah.
The dumbwaiter fills the shaft.
Oh, I see. So I can't really get around
Alright,
that.
then let's bring it down.
Okay.
Yeah, put the crawling claw in it, send it up. and
Yeah.
see
Is there
what's
anything in
left.
it?
Anything in it? As you bring it down, you start pulling, and then suddenly the rope snaps, and it goes crashing down to the floor below.
Whoops.
But yeah, it doesn't look like there's.
Guys,
Oh, there is. As it lands, though, floating in the shaft in front of you is a human skeleton wearing a silver necklace. As it lands,
Hi.
it just sort of.
hello?
Um.
Who?
Wow.
How? This is.
Are we seeing something
This is
similar
unnatural.
to
That's
the
not great.
fiend?
this
from
should
before?
not happen.
I'm gonna mage hand off the necklace. Can I do
Right.
that?
As you try to reach in, something blocks your
Don't,
range. hand.
that's very
Oh.
rude.
Who are you?
What do you think is causing these?
Well, ask her. She's.
Her?
I don't know, but she's not. Hello?
Do we even see this, or is this just
You
the
see it.
mage?
You
hand?
all see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
We didn't get a chance to send the familiar up.
Are you the newcomer?
The
Oh,
creature
good
seems
question.
to float towards you, coming out of the dumbwaiter.
Ah.
It like crumples up as it comes out of the dumbwaiter, and then it's now floating in the room in front of you.
Oh.
Hello.
Hmm.
Hi. My name is Boss UI.
I cast bless on it.
It's nice to meet you.
All right. It starts floating towards you.
Okay.
Roll for initiative.
Oh,
great.
Oh no.
Oh, good. You tipped
Great.
off an eldritch
Really
deity.
great.
You
Oh.
nice,
Oh, no.
bro.
Did we both get crit fail? We did. We crit failed initiative.
And we
I
don't
got
have
an 18.
to-
I got an 18.
I didn't do that
Hey,
well, but I did
you have
alright.
a 2 and a 1. Just
Is
I'm gonna
Steve?
throw that out there. For
Actually, that was a couple days ago. I have 3.
Oh, what are your things now?
I have
Why?
11 or a 4 now.
18.
I have 1 4.
Oh, right. 'cause
Thaddeus.
it was in the one earlier. I got a 15.
Barthune.
1.
Wah, wah.
Wah, wah.
You don't have any decks?
No. I have 10.
I'm
Why do I
sorry.
need decks?
I don't know.
UI.
Mine's really. Mine's
What do you want to do?
Um,
You see that suddenly this skeleton is floating fairly quickly towards Barthune.
Of course it is. Everything is always floating quickly towards Barthune.
Turn it. Get
Am
it out
I
of here.
next to it?
You're a cleric.
I don't have Turn of Dead
Are you
prepared.
next to it?
Oh,
Yeah,
we
you're,
don't
you're,
do-
you're
it's a
within
thing.
5 feet of
Oh
it.
no!
It's
Oh,
not
I
the
messed up
future.
all my
Is it?
dice. I
Yes.
apologize in advance. Can I hit it with my axe?
Sure.
Can I punch it? Would that work? I don't know.
You got magic fists.
I do.
I do have Turn of Dead.
Yeah.
Where's Turn of Dead rules?
14
It's-
plus 7,
All right.
so 20 something.
As you swing your axe in, you step forward and suddenly feel yourself passing through some kind of barrier.
Oh.
Oh.
You now find yourself
Oh.
Oh,
sort
no.
of floating off the ground next to the skeleton.
Whoa!
That's not great.
What was the damage?
Whoa!
What was the
I'm
damage?
sorry, I'm floating. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
18. And you feel what feels like your skin burning.
Oh my.
And you take
Oh, I might be dead.
11 acid damage.
Yeesh.
Ooh, I'm not dead. I have
Does she
11.
look any different to us?
She's now suddenly floating alongside the skeleton. You also can't breathe
Whoa!
and are restrained.
Oh, that's not great. That's pretty bad.
That's pretty bad.
Alright, Thaddeus.
Can I voluntarily go unconscious?
You will suffocate in that case.
Well, I would fall down.
Thaddeus, what do you want to do?
I point my spear, still glowing because magic weapon lasts for a while, at the creature and say, "Release her now." Doesn't do anything.
Doesn't even look.
Doesn't even. Oh, that's so rude. I don't like that at all. I look back. Is my cleric friend preparing to do something interesting?
I sure am.
Oh,
but
okay.
I have an initiative of 1.
So I'm gonna ready my action to attack the thing if whatever he's trying. I mean, I've seen clerics practice their
Right.
skills on undead before. If it doesn't work, then I'm gonna ready an action to hit it.
All right, Esteem.
I am going to call that the Shadow Blade again to me.
Okay.
And this time I'm going to hurl it as though it were a javelin, as I've seen the paladin do before.
Okay. You don't add your proficiency to this one, then.
I'm proficient with the weapon, and it has a thrown property.
Oh, it does have the
Yeah.
thumb. I didn't
Yeah,
realize that.
2060. It's pretty good.
Okay.
So it's 17 to hit.
Okay, you hit.
Nice.
It seems to slow as it passes through some kind of barrier. And doesn't it? It dissipates after you throw it.
It does at the end of my
But
turn.
then it.
Right.
And then I can
And
reappear
then you
as a bonus
summon it.
action.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that would do plus dex, so 7 piercing damage.
Okay.
Or psychic damage, excuse me.
So yeah, it sort of like floats. It goes flying towards the skeleton, and then about 4 feet away from the skeleton, it just slows, and then the smoke sort of dissipates.
Ooh. I'm not sure if that worked. This is concerning.
At that point,
Uh-oh.
Did you have a 1 as well?
I
What did
rolled a
you
1, I got a 3 though.
it got a 2.
Oh, gotcha.
At that point, the skeleton floating towards you,
I'm very scared by how excited you were to start this thing's turn.
it comes straight towards you. Doesn't reach towards you. Doesn't look at you. It just heads straight towards you, and you feel this barrier that you're pulled into, and you start to float, and your skin is burning. I need you
Well, I
to
came
make me
towards him.
a dex save.
Great.
It came to
Oh,
him.
My worst one. 12. How's
You're
that?
still within 10 feet of
Oh,
the paladin.
15 then.
15?
15.
All right.
Is this a magical effect?
No, it is not.
I know people.
So,
Bummer.
you can choose, as you feel this barrier start to engulf you, to dive to the side, to allow it to just push you back, or to plant your feet so that you can strike at the skeleton here in a moment.
I'd like to plant my feet.
Okay. Then in that case, you start to float
Oh,
as
bummer.
it comes towards you.
Okay.
And you're gonna take some damage.
Take 9 acid damage.
Oh.
As
That's
your
not so
skin feels like it's burning, your scales feel like they're just peeling.
Ugh. That's gotta be
And-
I
painful.
don't like that.
You're restrained and can't breathe all of a sudden. I need you, as it continues moving towards you,
Oh, shoot.
and it seems that it's pulling you, I and Barthune, with it, to make me a dex save.
Do I need to make dex?
Not good. 11.
You attacked it. You-
Oh no, no, 8.
Okay. You are pulled into this barrier, taking 11 acid damage, and same stuff.
Right.
Barthune.
Your turn.
Wow. You can still
May have
take
just-
actions.
I may have just changed my mind about something. If I wanted to reach out and try to grab something, what would that count as a full action?
It depends. It's an object interaction, typically. Unless you're grabbing a creature. What are you trying to grab?
The necklace that it's wearing.
Yeah, you could object interaction, yank it off.
What is that a full action?
No, object interaction, you get one free object interaction on your
Okay.
turn, yeah.
I would like to object interaction and try and yank that off.
Yeah, you grab the chain and pull it, and it feels like you're moving your arm through just jello.
Yeah, just tar.
Gotcha.
Ugh. But
Does pulling the necklace off do anything?
No,
Does he?
But he
even
does get
reach
it?
the thing?
he gets it.
Oh, he gets.
Sorry, I'm
I
sorry.
would like to then take my
throw
halberd
it here.
both hands,
Ooh.
and just say, "By the light and strength of
And you can't
warrior." Oh, I can't.
Right, you can't
I
breathe.
can't say anything.
Yeah, you can't breathe at all.
Can I use turn undead if I can say that? Then does that?
He has whatever breath he
I don't
has.
think
I don't-
Turn Undead requires...
I think it's just.
yeah, I think you
do
just
it.
present your
Yeah, you
holy
just do the
symbol, so you
Power
can just-
Ranger thing.
Well, then I'll just... Light will shine forth from my tabard.
Alright, and as you do so, this glow emanates from your throat as well.
Okay.
Light shines forth from your tabard, and nothing happens.
Okay. I'm
Like, it doesn't even have to make the save. It doesn't do anything.
Ah.
You'll find out why soon enough.
This is not good.
Whenever I
You
die.
wanna crit?
Instead, it is a 16.
That'll hit.
Okay, good. 9 damage. I'm thinking I'm gonna smite it.
All right. As
I
you
don't like it.
plunge your spear forward, you sever
Oh.
the skull of the skeleton and keep plunging forward. But
It doesn't care.
it doesn't care. So how much damage was that?
That was 7,
7?
and then I'm gonna smite it.
It is not undead or
Okay.
feat.
Interesting.
You can't turn undead if it's not undead.
It's got 7 more radiant damage.
All right.
Does it seem like we're doing? Yeah, I guess it hasn't reacted to anything.
Yeah, I mean, every time you feel like a jerk, like your body is
I
yanked
do feel
one
like a
way or
jerk.
the other. Yeah, you feel like a jerk, Greg. Dang it, Greg.
Dang it,
no.
Greg.
You
Greg.
feel like your body is being jerked one way or the other each time you strike at it. But beyond that, you're not sure. UI.
Well,
You're
I don't want to hit it.
restrained. You don't want to feel like a jerk either.
I don't want to feel like a jerk. I don't. You know, I'm not charmed or anything. I just kind of want to just chill, dude.
All
I
right.
can't do damage.
You can. You
could
can still
maybe
attack
you
it.
did. Maybe you did do damage when you attacked.
Did it look like I did?
It hasn't reacted
Well,
to
but
anything.
I took a lot of damage when I hit it.
What you do see, though, is that when that head was severed... Oh, by the way, it's the start of your turn.
See? I'm taking damage now. I might go down, so it might not even matter.
How much health do you have?
11.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You go unconscious.
I go unconscious.
Rip.
But right before you do, what you do see, and the rest of you see this as well, the skull, as it rolls over, has a hole that seems to have just been eaten away at the back of its skull. And it looks like there's no brain matter inside. There's not even like the skull. You notice is strangely clean. There's not even a bit of matter still stuck to the inside of the skull.
Break it. And then I go down.
Do you know what this is?
Thaddeus.
Wait. It was my turn. I have to roll
We're
a
so
death save.
stupid.
No, you don't. You don't.
I don't have to roll a death
No,
save.
because you just went down on your turn.
What is it? What is it?
Thaddeus, you're gonna take.
Are we all dead?
No. Not yet.
What is
20 acid damage.
Okay.
I was wondering when you'd figure it out.
Yeah, I got it. Alright, 20 acid damage. Ugh.
If you've got it in the comments, let us know.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah,
Son of a
well,
gun.
don't say it in the Twitch
I'm gonna hit it a
comments,
couple
because
times
Gary's reading.
because
No, tell us.
I gotta do
Let us
something.
Alright,
It's a 10 to hit, but I think that'll do it.
that'll do it.
Yeah.
AC is 6.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna hit it again. I got it again. So it's gonna take a total of decent 10 and then 7, so 17 more damage.
Alright, yeah, taking your spear, you just start flailing. Are you even targeting at this point
No.
the skeleton?
No, I
You start
figured out what it is. So I'm
flailing
just
wildly.
swinging it around.
And it still feels like moving through jello, and it's tar pulling at you in every direction.
I'm gonna smite it again.
But now, Esteem, you can see that all three of them, as she just sort of floats unconsciously, you can see that all three of them are being yanked back and forth with every strike he makes.
Huh.
I'm gonna smite it once. I got a second level left. 9, 10 more damage.
10 more damage? Alright.
10 more damage.
Alright. And that makes it Esteem's turn.
Okay. Well,
We're so dumb.
I feel like the paladin has changed his fighting style here. I'm gonna point a finger.
If I yell really loudly, will he be able to hear
Unfortunately,
any
you
part
won't.
of it?
Like, you can't.
Right, but I still have whatever breath I had, right? So I
Right, but
could
there's
just-
not. I mean, it would basically end up because if you open your mouth, you.
Oh, right.
Are we in like a clear gelatinous cube or something?
Oh, it can reply a whisper. Okay. Well, shoot, that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
I thought I might be able to message you, but you have to reply in a whisper, and you.
Could I reply in a whisper? Like that?
Maybe.
You can if you want.
Okay. Well, I'm.
If you did so, you'd run out of breath, though. All right.
I think it's
I'll
worth-
accept it.
I think it's worth a shot. So I'm going to point at you and say, what is this thing?
A gelatinous cube. Hit it with a lightning bolt.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, well,
We're
that
inside
cost
of it.
my action to do that.
Oh,
But
bummer.
All right.
now I know, and I'm just going to use my bonus action to call that sword back and then
Oh.
head on out of the
I just
hall.
requested. Well,
All right.
I certainly did.
It starts moving towards you now.
Bad silencer.
And as it does so, it comes right up to you.
Can it get to me with the people inside of it?
Oh, it can.
Through the door?
Oh, you're out the door.
Yeah,
yeah, he's-
So
he's back and
suddenly, like, you see Barthune sort of turning over in the air, and you can see this look of confusion on his face, and then comes on out. You see Thaddeus floating behind him,
Oh, boy.
and then UI coming behind, and it scoots right on up to you. Roll a dex save as
Yes.
this magical barrier
You're still within 10 feet of
encompasses
me.
you.
All right, dex save. I got the natural 20.
All right.
I
Do you want to
said
be? Do you want
25.
to be pushed back? You can't dive to the side, or do you want to plant your feet?
Can I dive back?
Yeah.
I'll definitely do that.
All right.
Woo.
All right. Yeah. You get back out of the way as the gelatinous cube continues forward,
Oh, boy. All right.
and that's Barthune. At the start of your turn, you'll take 21 acid damage. What do you want to
The
do?
first time in a while I've been forced into like really close quarters of one of these things. You forget how scary
No.
they are.
Can't cast Sacred Flame, can I? 'Cause it's
It has a verbal component. You could cast one verbal component spell, and then you'd be out of breath, which would mean that you'd survive for a number of rounds equal to your con mod.
Which is where I am now. So
like, and after that point, you just die.
You'd survive for that number of rounds, and then at
Indeed,
the
that
end of
was dropped
that,
to
you
zero.
drop to 0 HP, and you are dying, and you're rolling death saves.
yeah, and you can't regain
Hit points until you can breathe again.
Gotcha. Hmm. This might be a bad idea.
Do it.
Whatever.
Ride the lightning.
Ride the lightning. Ride the lightning.
You're about to have to ride lightnings.
All right. It's not gonna succeed on this.
That's not
save.
even a bad idea.
Is it dex save?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
It is not going to succeed on that save.
I am going to.
Because it rolled a -4.
Was that a crit fail?
It was.
Nice.
Can I borrow 2d6?
Oh,
Man,
yeah.
can it take more damage if it rolls a negative?
No, unfortunately.
Also, I'm gonna ask if this might deal more damage. Would Burning Hands do more damage from inside of the creature?
Wow.
In some cases, yes. This particular creature, inside, outside, it's all the same.
Oh, that's true.
Okay. I just didn't know if it would cover more of
Right.
whatever. I'm gonna
Diffuse the heat.
open my mouth, take one big breath of what I can, and then breathe fire.
And then
Alright.
spit just flaming gel
it's pretty
everywhere.
pretty
Oh, wow.
decent.
At what level?
Level 3.
Woo.
So that's
Okay.
I need one
We're
more.
just blowing a
actually,
spell.
one more.
There's one right there.
Yeah,
Right there.
you feel yourself choking on this acid, and then fire rumbles up from your belly, cleaning your throat of the acid and burning out into the inside of the creature. The rest of you inside of it feel an immense heat as it does so.
Give me 27 fire damage.
Alright.
There it is.
And suddenly, splatters erupt of this this bone shard and gel onto the walls and the ceiling as the creature sort of falls apart, dismantling itself. UI, Barthune, and Thaddeus all roll out of the creature.
I'm dead.
Well, I
I'm gonna
like that one bit.
lean over and give you 20 HP from melee on hands.
Nice.
I would like
Sounds
to,
useful.
Now I have 20.
Nice man.
before we
wait.
continue doing anything else,
Wait, are you gonna? What are you doing?
I'd like to take a minute and do a ritual prayer of healing.
Oh,
Well, that's a 10-minute.
Well, you can't ritual.
How long
it
is
just
10
takes 10
minutes,
minutes.
yeah.
It's not a
then,
ritual.
then a 10, whatever it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
10 minutes. Oh,
Is that
heavens.
acceptable?
Take
Yeah,
some
it just
time.
takes some time.
It's fine. Just do it.
I'm gonna prayer of healing then.
Well,
That's-
I don't think I need that. So while you guys are doing that, I'm gonna check out the kitchen, go back into the
All right,
dumbwaiter.
yeah, and kind of look around a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, roll me a perception check.
Yeah.
I guess he's actually the only one who needs to be working on it. The rest of us can explore until he's.
I think you have to stay in the range.
I think that's
during
true.
the
You have to
cast.
stay
Yeah.
within 30 feet of me. Then.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like sit down right next to you.
Can I?
Actually, I'm dead, so I'm. Oh
No,
no.
no, no. You're up at
I'm
20.
gonna sit down right next to you.
Can my familiar help me on this?
Play you up to your
perception? Nice.
feet.
You don't need
blind
it, but
sense?
everyone else you're gonna heal for
Okay. Well, that's gonna be
18.
Good old 23.
Put me
All
back
right,
up.
yeah. So it doesn't appear that there's anything in here. It looks like you could follow the shaft down to the next level. You could just sort of hop down the shaft.
Right.
Stairs though.
Although you'd have to squeeze into the entrance.
Yeah, that wouldn't be comfortable.
But yeah, you do identify that silver necklace is probably worth about 10 gold. And
Okay,
you
so
see
it's
that everywhere in that dumbwaiter, in the shaft, is strangely clean.
like acidic clean.
Yeah. That necklace that he picked up, is it something fancy?
It's 10 gold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's nothing special.
Oh, right. It's just meh.
And there's nothing up in the dumbwaiter either.
Right.
Okay.
Are gelatinous cubes always clean, like clear?
Yeah,
They're
it-
acidic,
under
so it
control.
scours everything clean.
They clean everything. The only thing inside of them is hard matter that they've absorbed. They dissolve any cloth or any whatever, and you can see them by making a DC 15 perception check as an action.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah.
That is rough.
Or just noticing, oh, there's a weird floaty thing. Why is that there?
yeah,
But instead, we've already had undead stuff jumping out
Yeah,
at us.
we've had a lot of weird
yeah,
stuff happen.
we just
in there.
assumed, no, it's scary. And it was, just not the kind of
Just
scary
not the
that
scary
we
I
thought
thought
it was.
it was.
It's a different scary.
Are you the newcomer?
the cube's just like, I'm gonna eat you. So,
It's not sentient. It's just like food.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Well,
I don't like you, no.
If you detected thoughts, you just hear "Le poisson, le poisson." I love le poisson, love to chop and to eat little wizards.
oh, this is awful. Is there anything at the end of the hallway here?
What's that?
Anything at the end of the hallway here?
No, it's just the end of the hallway. There's a painting.
Okay.
The painting appears to be of that same family from the parlor, but it's torn, like the canvas is torn.
So does that skeleton back in here, thinking back on it, was that pretty clean as well?
No.
Okay, so this was
Mhm.
yeah, good deal.
I like that our divination wizard deeply regrets using his primary divination spell, this little, just detect thoughts. Every time he uses it, he's just, I wish I did not know.
it's a regretful ability that he has as a fellow. So I guess I'm just gonna explore on my lonesome while they're doing that thing.
What thing? Prayer
The prayer healing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go?
I'll go downstairs.
Downstairs?
Yep.
Okay.
Just give it a look. See.
So, headed down the stairs. That's gonna be
Change the meter of it entirely.
I did. So as you head down, the stairs lead down to what look to be the master's quarters. Most of the furniture here has been shredded or torn apart, and there's a large bed in the middle of the floor. It's at an off angle as if it were pulled to the center of the room and forgotten. The sheets are missing, as are 3 of the 4 corner posts, and in the far corner are a small desk and a stool. Sitting on the stool is a skeletal form with long, slimy gray hair. The skeleton's back is to the entryway.
Is it moving?
No, it looks rotted and frozen and holds a large silver brush in its hair.
Ooh.
Looks
Okay.
frozen?
Not like frozen by...
Oh, it's just stuck.
Yeah, well, yeah, it kind of does. I mean, at the points there are some ice. Like, at some of the joints, there's this, like, frozen slime holding it together. It looks like the winter wind has just sort of frozen this slime.
That's not great.
It's all slimy.
Now,
So there's a draft
Did the-
somewhere in here.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the gelatinous cube left slime? or not
No.
so much?
No
This
trace.
is a different, unrelated substance.
Sliminess. Okay. I'll just mage hand that brush away.
All right, and as you start to pull it, you can see that the brush is actually held to the hand by bits of twine and wire.
Why?
Okay. That's very concerning.
Yeah,
I'm
a
going
little
to
bit.
regroup with the
And
others.
this is what is this thing in front of? It's just
It's in front of a vanity.
So what?
I will stand by while you lick your wounds. There is
Find something interesting?
Oh, did I ever? You will want to see the abomination downstairs.
Right.
Hmm.
I suppose I will.
Yes.
Yes, you will.
Then I suppose after some
Don't
time,
talk about it.
you will.
Nobody asked me.
All right. So after the prayer of healing is done, what do you want to do?
I'll leave it to you guys.
Well, I'll let Thaddeus lead the way this time.
Right. Yeah, I definitely will do that.
Get down and look in. I'll explain to them that it appears to be sewn together. The hand and the brush.
Why?
Now you can see that the hand's just sort of here, and the brush is hanging from it.
Oh, 'cause he
Wire
tried to
twine,
move
'cause
it.
He tried to pull it. But the rest of the form is standing like that, or sitting like that.
That's so weird.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Can you move the rest of it?
I don't like that.
I can try. Yeah, I'll have my mage hand and my crawling claw kind of adjust.
At every joint, you can see it's held together by wire and twine. It seems very carefully and purposefully positioned in this way.
As he does that,
Slimy.
On the vanity, you see stacks upon stacks of like messy stacks, not like even stacks like that,
They're
but
just
like
heaps of.
heaps of paper.
anyway,
Paper.
as you do that, in character, I sort of like sigh and say, I really don't like this place. It kind of sucks.
Eloquent.
I know.
Was
I
that
agree with you.
was that your glorious insight, or
The wisdom of the elves.
all right?
A credit to your people.
I'm sorry we broke off from you.
Is there anything on the paper?
Vaguely racist undertones.
You'd have to get closer to see. Do you want to?
Sure.
Alright, as you get closer, you can see that on the paper is written in common. Is
I'm not afraid.
love note after love note after love
Yeah.
note.
Yeah.
One of them says, if love is a sickness, then find me no cure, for 'tis only love that I know to be pure. Another says, if music be the food of love, play on, that's her fighting. Give me excess of it that I do sicken and so die. They're all just love note after love note after love note.
Shakespeare.
Right? They're just all of them written in the same hand as the journal, and they're addressed to a Lady G.
It's probably this lady.
Probably the lady of the house.
No, it's probably
Chateau Gletre.
this lady.
Yeah, that's yes.
He's saying she's probably the lady. in the house.
Probably yeah. So
And the brush is made of it's a silver brush. So yeah.
let's say we kick down some doors.
Yes, let's.
I'm a little turned around by the layout here. Is this a wall?
So
Like
it's
right
the top
here?
of the stairs. That's the
Yeah.
top of the stairs, and you come down here.
So this is its own hallway separate from the stairs.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm a little more. This
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no.
This is just a very poorly thing. I stole this map from the internet, and it's poorly designed.
Well, dang it, internet.
See, this is
How
why
could
this
you
is
lead
why I
us
should
astray?
not
Dang it,
steal
Greg.
other people's maps.
I am not the internet, sir.
We'll say this staircase we'll say came down from over here instead.
Okay. So there's a super weird layout.
Yeah,
that
so
could
instead
go
we'll
on.
go into that first door and go.
Here, I'll fix
Yeah,
it.
and basically it's not super important. Don't
Yeah.
worry about it. As you look, it
I have
really
to
it's
worry
not.
about it. I have
okay.
to worry about it.
All of the rooms down here are trashed, and there's nothing interesting in them.
Wow, that's fun. What about the one that's lettered A?
That's the room you were just in. That was the master.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I see.
that makes
I
sense.
only told you about the interesting one.
And so
Makes
is
sense.
the only place we have left the basement area?
This is the basement.
Oh, this is the basement
Yeah.
area.
This is the lower level, yeah.
So we got nothing else here.
Doesn't appear to be.
Well, looks like we did the job then.
Right.
Congratulations.
Go team.
Oh, so I guess we'll head back and make camp.
Are you gonna burn that skeleton in there? Probably should burn that skeleton.
I'm probably gonna burn that skeleton
I
in some
reckon you
sacred
should burn
flame.
that skeleton in there.
Yeah, can you do it with fire though? Cause that's real gross.
I mean,
If
sacred
only
flame.
you had prestidigitation.
Yeah. I'm not a queen.
I mean, sacred flame is like
Yuck.
Yeah.
it's still kind of
Dirty
fire.
wizard.
Does sacred flame?
It's radiant.
I
so
know,
it's-
but
yeah.
would
Okay,
it burn?
scared
Would
me.
sacred flame like actually burn?
No.
I don't really want to use a spell slot for burning hands or my like racial dragon breath, but I mean I could.
I mean, you got a tinderbox. There's a lot of paper right
Sure. There's a lot of paper.
Oh, that's this guy is not gonna like this though.
It's no great
there.
loss.
He's
Ooh.
probably dead.
Probably
He
eaten
made
by
some otherworldly
that
pact.
thing. Then he's gone.
Well, in the
Or he'll
morning,
come back and we'll kill him.
in the morning, I'm gonna chat with the knife and the journal, and we'll figure out what's going on here.
You're going to what?
Well, I'm going to speak with the knife and the journal, and figure out what is going on.
You mocked the halfling when he was speaking to a tree. But now you're going to speak to a knife and a journal.
Well, yes, because speaking to plants is
Exactly.
ridiculous.
Perfect.
Oh, inspiration.
What can a plant know?
What kind of a moron?
A plant stands in the woods and does nothing.
A knife, though, it kills things and has a life.
A journal is written.
Shut up. It's different, okay? The halfling's a moron.
Alright, well.
That's the thing. That's
No
the
time
difference.
Do not question.
You head back. Halvor's looking around
He sees.
and he says, as the fire crackles in the center
Merrily.
as you eat dinner, he says, "You know, I've heard of this place long ago. It used to be a very famous winery.
Huh?
Aye, lots of, I don't know, lots of stories about it. It's been abandoned now for some time.
What sort of stories were there about a winery?
Well, for one, it produced some very prized wines. Both the reds and the whites that it made were prized in the Hayforka all over. Even up to the north near the academy. Very prized. Very prized indeed. He says it said that this place stood for over 200 years and then suddenly it was lost. Nobody knew where it was. They said that suddenly it stopped delivering and nobody could find the place anymore.
Then it seems we have done the impossible.
What do you mean? Nobody could find the place anymore. Like the whole winery had just up and moved.
I don't know. For several years they said it stopped producing and people would go there and not come back, or they would come back and say they didn't find anything. And after some time people just sort of
It's probably really loud.
Forgot.
Huh?
about the chateau. He says, I know the family that owned it was very wealthy. But there were rumours that they worshipped demons.
From what I've read, that sounds about right.
You reap what you sow.
Do you look at him? Will you say that?
Yep. I was looking at him when I said it.
Oh, I didn't
Here
notice.
they quickly stopped reaping grapes.
I heard a story one time
That was the double meaning.
when I was a child. Some of my friends, they dared me to join them on an adventure to find this place. Now I know we weren't anywhere close to it. But they told me that hidden in the wine cellar, beneath the master's quarters. Hidden in the wine cellar was a bottle of wine, within which was kept one of those demons the Solmathi talk about.
So the one we poured out.
The ones that can grant wishes.
Touch everyone.
My friends told me we should go find it. They dared me to join them. I went with them, a foolish child. We travelled for 4 days. My parents were worried sick. My dad gave me a real beating when I returned that time. If you ever wander off like that again, Halvor, he says, then I'll make sure that I find that demon. And the wish I'll wish is that I had a better son than you.
Oh,
Gosh.
Oh, that's worse than getting beat up.
Needless to say, I didn't go searching again.
Well, perhaps now is the time.
I would agree. Something that dangerous, if it hasn't already been released, should be contained. Should be returned to a holy place where it can be destroyed.
We did not find any entrance to a cellar. Perhaps it is out back.
Beneath the master's chambers. Perhaps we just missed it. Wait, the master's chambers was the room with the vanity and everything else.
Yeah.
And there wasn't.
Maybe there's like a cellar door on the outside that leads into
we can go
below
look.
that.
I would kind of like to go. I mean, did we search the master's room or?
We didn't search it. No,
I
we were
kind of
distracted by the
I
vanity.
kind of think we should now before we go head around outside. We could do both at the same time, but that's split
Let's
the party.
split the
Seems
party.
like
We're even now. It's 2 for 2.
Yeah.
If
woo.
Sam was here, he'd say we would split the party.
Right. In
That's
general, when Sam says things, do not those things.
I don't know. Both Greg and Haley played in my Tomb of Annihilation game the other day where they split the party and things went bad.
Real bad.
I stayed with the party, so
We
no.
won, but things were rough.
Artist Simber nearly died.
Yeah.
Okay, not important. Let's search the room. We only
Large
have 3 dice.
ramifications for
Let's
the
go.
Lord Faerun, but all right.
Let's go.
All right, so let's go search the room, the master's room.
All right. Well, it does take a little time. Roll me
All
a
right,
perception check.
let's go. Everybody, roll perception.
Yes. My familiar is going to help me
Ah,
out.
that's good. I don't have anybody helping me. I
17.
got
My
an
familiar
11.
was useless.
As you're searching, you pull away the vanity from the wall
Oh, good call.
and find a compartment in the back of the vanity.
Does it go down to a cellar?
No, it's a compartment in the back of the vanity.
It's a very small staircase
It goes into
for
the
a
vanity.
mouse.
Maybe, there's like a ladder. I don't know. I look in the compartment.
In the compartment
Sassy.
I am
is a
sassy.
large sapphire. Looks to be about 50 gold worth.
I'm gonna pocket that for
And
myself.
and a key.
Take that as well.
Ah.
That one I share with the party. The jewel I do not.
I'm writing it down anyway. It's not like you could share. Oh well, let me just. There we go. Everybody gets a piece.
But I could have it and it could all be mine. Anyway, does anything noteworthy about this key? Did we walk by any? Oh,
It says,
It's
for
an old
secret wine
key.
cellar.
oh. Is it where he got et with the needle?
Does that
Oh, is
just
it
hold
fit
it
there?
drawer?
I mean, it could go to that drawer, but that
Okay.
lock's broken, so it wouldn't matter anymore.
Oh,
I say we just try it on everything
that'll
else
be
that's out.
massively disappointing if
Right.
that's the case.
We're just gonna hold on to old
Key.
key until the end of the
Yeah,
day.
and we'll.
Boss fight. It's
Do you
behind
want to
the
toss
key
the
door.
old key?
No,
No.
no, never.
It's a key
Let's go try every single keyhole.
Alright. Doesn't fit any of them.
That would take that'd take a long time.
And it does.
Ah,
God.
I'm assuming not actually.
No.
Okay, so I guess we'll
It was
go
a
sweep
joke
the perimeter then?
suggestion.
I think so. Yeah. Why don't we take a lap?
Alright. Well, as you head outside, you can see that night has now fully fallen. And
Outside for night.
as you head around,
I'm gonna do my light thing.
in the back, you can see that there is, in fact, a cellar door.
Ah.
As we go out, I want to look really quick. Just take a quick gander at the gargoyle.
It's
As
just
we
still hanging out.
As you
outside.
take a look, you swear you see its head shift slightly toward you.
I don't like that thing.
It's just a spooky. All right, let's go.
Is that the door locked? The cellar door?
It is. There's a chain on it with a padlock on it.
Key?
Does the key fit the padlock?
It does.
Ah!
hand, so you're able to open it.
If Sam was here, he would have said that was the new gift. We're gonna
As the
use
key
it.
clicks, you hear a crumbling behind you.
Well, there we are.
Huh?
Heads down, and I'm gonna spin and look at where the gargoyle was.
Well, you wouldn't be able to see it. It's on the other side of the building.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna keep my head down and watch this guy. I got dark vision, so.
Okay.
Wait, it was behind us?
Yeah. So it's on the front of the building. The gargoyle is.
Yeah.
You are on the back of the building.
Right.
The
So,
wine cellar.
so it would be in front of
Our
us. It would
party.
have heard a crumbling if it was a gargoyle.
So okay. Yeah. Kind of. Okay.
Yeah,
so
because we're
imagine
facing the
this.
building. Yeah.
Right, because we're
Imagine-
facing the building.
Right.
It's over
Building's here. Right. I guess that's true. So you
there.
hear
So
the
you're
crumbling in front of you.
It's a gargoyle crumble.
All right. You hear it crumbling in front of you.
Okay.
But yeah, looking
Sounds
up, you
gargoyles.
can't see where the gargoyles are. So who
That's
knows?
cool.
Yeah. But it's not. I mean, it can't like follow us if we go underground. So.
Okay, but it'll
Hmm.
go in and maybe kill Evian and
I'll be fine.
everybody else.
They barred the door behind us.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
they? Why?
Probably.
Because we were
Oz
gonna
is there to
knock.
protect them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll be
Thank God
fine.
for that.
Awesome. Well then.
We
I
enjoy
really
watching
mean
this later,
thank
Sam,
you,
to
Amy.
show that we have no faith in you.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude.
Thank Lorimir for that.
All right.
Oh, pop this sucker open.
Yeah, let's
And yeah,
go.
as you
Head down.
start heading down into it, you hear,
Oh.
and the gargoyle comes striding towards
Ah,
the
there
back of the cellar.
Well,
Roll for initiative.
that's not
Roll
great.
for initiative.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Everyone inside.
And it comes immediately at Barthoon because
Esteem?
you cast a bless on it
18.
3 hours ago.
UI?
15.
Thaddeus?
12.
Barthoon?
18.
Math is hard, okay? Leave me alone. I'm also juggling keeping our fans happy.
Yeah.
My pretty face does that all on its lonesome.
No, it doesn't.
Love.
Oh, got it.
Ooh.
Guilty.
Head of a
Single,
class.
single heartbroken tear.
You're right, it doesn't do it all on its lonesome because your pretty face is...
No.
Oh my god.
So...
That's worse than those love notes we read upstairs.
Jeez.
Yeah, Shakespeare sucks.
God, I hate Shakespeare. So
We're
that-
not to the musical episode.
Oh,
yet.
not the musical episode yet. We'll get there. All right, Esteem.
Subscribe for
well,
a musical
I'm
episode.
going to. I'm inside the cellar area,
Yes.
Right now?
He was
Okay.
first.
so I'm going to say everyone inside. I will shut the door when we are clear.
Yeah, the only ones who aren't probably right now are like Thaddeus.
Okay.
That's probably about it. Everyone probably is
I'm
inside.
fine with that.
I'm
Because
fast.
he was watching the back.
I'm
Okay.
fast.
Yeah, no problem. So come on in. I will shut the door behind you, and I'm going to ready my action to shut the cellar doors when everybody's inside.
All right, cool. That puts us at Barthoon.
Do I see it?
You see it. It's striding on the ground towards the cellar door.
I would like to just
It's about 10 feet away.
cast a Sacred Flame at it.
Okay.
So kind
That
of
deck save.
try to predict where it's coming as it's striding toward us.
Got a 12.
That
Predicted
does
well.
not get it. He's gonna take 7 radiant damage.
All right, nice. The ground beneath it starts to glow, illuminating it from below with an eerie light. It sort of hops one leg back as it seems to feel some pain, and then takes another heavy step into the snow, now coming walking towards you again. Thaddeus.
I'm gonna.
No, it's not your turn.
Oh, okay.
As it
Uh-oh.
approaches, it comes up towards you. Its claws gleaming in this eerie light from beneath it, and it swings its first claw towards you.
It rolls a 4.
It rolls a 4, so it's a total of 8.
Not so much.
It rolls a
That's not
4.
much of a
It swings another claw at you for 21 to hit,
Okay.
Wow. I'll just let it happen.
dealing
Nah.
5 slashing damage.
Yeah. Also, it takes 3 fire damage.
All right. And then it leaps at you, its maw agape. But you throw your spear up in the way and sort of catch it and grapple with it for a moment. Alright. That puts us at UI.
I'm gonna shoot it with my longbow.
Okay.
I still get 2 attacks. That's good.
Meanwhile, Esteem is like, we could go inside. I'm ready.
Well, I'm going inside and
just
also
leave.
shooting it. I have plenty of.
You are, however, right next to it, because it's now at the entrance. So
Oh.
to go inside, you will take an opportunity attack.
Well, if I'm
Or
right next
just-
to it, then I'm gonna hit it with my hammer or my axe.
Okay.
I don't have
My
hands.
hammer.
My
I just
hammer.
produced a hammer.
For just such an occasion.
Ting, ding, ding, ding.
You can set the wind to disengage.
It's true. You are a monk.
Oof.
That's all.
10 is my lowest.
That will not hit.
Figure that one sucks.
I
Then
like that
19 for the
That'll
other
hit.
one. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage.
Alright.
And then I'm going to step with the wind, as my friend
Alright.
here reminded me I can do. And I'm going to disengage and get out of there.
Alright, Thaddeus.
I'm also going to disengage and then go inside.
And the door slams
I'm
shut.
going to use my object interaction to just slam a javelin in place to guard
Nice.
the door.
Alright, nice.
Booster!
You hear
Yep.
You jerk.
as the doors
He's
rattle.
on the cord.
And then you see a single stony fist burst through the wood and claw swinging, and then slowly like pull back, and you hear.
Ooh.
No.
We will cross that bridge when we.
Just pick him up.
All right.
Cool. Turn around. What's in our cellar?
Well, you head down a sort of earthen ramp. Towards as you get down to the down this ramp, there's these two what look like large old barn doors that slide open as you pull them apart, and you find yourself in a cobbled stone room. Currently, there are a number of overturned carts and smashed baskets in this room. The smell of mold and must is more prevalent here than in the upper parts of the chateau or outside. And in the corner of the room are 4 skeletal remains. The remains have near them a few torches, some moldy clothes, and a few rusty weapons. One of them appears to be the skeleton of a halfling with a large satchel.
Well, I don't mind cracking up the satchel.
Alright, inside are 3 bottles of white Chateau Goulant
Ooh.
that are in fairly good shape.
Nice. Load us up with some vino. Take that. Wonder what the guy was doing with a bag of it.
Stealing it. Oh, that went in character. Never mind.
Well, I noticed it.
Stealing
I wonder
it.
if he was doing it when he. Yeah. Good deal. Is there any bottle that looks prominent, like it might contain a demon of some sort?
Any demony bottles?
None that appear particularly demony. However, there is a new another room here in the next room that slopes downward.
It's fine.
And it passes through an archway into that room.
We'll just collect all the
Very
wine
nice.
bottles. I'll ping them with divine sense. I'll go. That's a demon bottle.
Well, looks
Shouldn't
like it.
drink that. That's full of demons. And then we won't drink that one.
Very
Mark it
nice.
very carefully.
What do you want to do?
I want to go down
Uh-huh.
that archway.
I'll take mine.
Oh, excuse me.
Wow, he's all choked up.
I am. It's so sad what happened to those skeletons. The long, narrow
They
room
died doing something.
slopes downward 15 feet. Near the archway entrance are 2 large wine presses. The presses are wooden buckets that are 5 feet wide and 4 feet tall. A large metal plate hangs above the first bucket, an identical one sitting in the second bucket, unconnected to any ropes. Between the buckets is a capstan large enough for 4 men to turn. The heavy metal plates could be connected by hooks to pulleys and ropes so they could be raised and lowered inside the capstan, one at a time. The metal plate that's hanging in the air above the first bucket seems like it's jammed by something.
Okay. Is there anything in the first bucket?
No. I mean, there is, currently it's kind of like, it's closed. But it's like it's like got a cover on it. But as you open it up, there isn't anything in that one.
Okay. Is there anything in the second bucket?
Well, that's the one that has the metal plate sitting like in it.
On it, right?
So you'd have to maybe like break it open or somehow fish that out.
How heavy is the metal plate?
Well, it's not that the metal plate's heavy, but it's that it's made to fill,
fit into
right.
the thingy. Yeah.
No.
So it's like where you put your fingers.
Put your magic fingers.
But you could like pry it or poke
I
a
got
hole.
10 pounds, man.
Yeah, it's probably heavy. Where do you put your fingers? Excellent question.
You could also probably attempt to. It does still have the little hook on the top, so you could attach it to the capstan and then turn it.
Yeah, why not?
That's worth a shot, sure.
So as you do so,
It explodes.
you hook it on, and you have to get several people, but working together, the four of you are able to turn the capstan, and it raises up, and it's dripping with this slime.
Ooh.
That starts to drip onto the floor. And roll for initiative.
Oh,
As
good.
the slime
It's the
Another
dripping slime.
starts coming towards you.
Dude.
Good, more slimies.
Lots of encounters.
Yikes, and that's not a great...
Alright, Steve.
5.
Wow.
Well, indeed.
UI.
22?
Dude.
That is
18.
Barthoon.
15.
I wouldn't even choose him. I just took him.
Alright, UI.
Floor. It's mine now.
You chose him.
This is
Boring
the
word.
story of a girl who cried over
The river and drown the whole world.
Not the musical episode.
Is this like the slime that we fought?
No.
Absolutely smart.
This one looks to be like... This looks to be old, decayed wine that's slinking towards you. That's
Oh,
Nice.
yeah. And you can see... Now that it's getting closer, that it's actually formed into 2 piles of it.
Oh.
Well, that's gross. I'll just hit it and hope for the best. My weapons are magical, so I'll be okay. My fists are also magical, so I will hit it with my fist as well once I get
Go nice.
all of my dice.
Okay.
Hi, Donze.
Oh
did you decide to
man,
join us?
I got a crit fail.
Oh, man.
That's
We don't
not
have
good.
our guy to fix that.
I know.
Alright, so as you go running towards it, you try to scoop some up with your
Aw.
axe,
Yeah. It's
and it just sort of drips right off. However,
Oh, but I'm not done, dude.
okay.
I have a bunch of attacks. So my first axe, I sort of like slosh around in the grossness for the first one, and it misses. But the next one is a 20,
So chill.
soft 20, and does 15 damage.
And that's still with your axe?
Yeah, 4 that is fire damage. And then I punch where I would imagine a face would be.
Where would you imagine that would
Kind of like in the middle of the ooze.
be? Okay. Like if it was actually walking along, the face would just be
Yeah,
walking up.
yeah, like a sandfish or like an amoeba. Anyway,
Who
they
are
don't-
well known for their
they don't have
expressive
faces, but their thing in the middle is the thing that powers them is in the middle.
The mitochondria is the powerhouse itself.
For 10 damage. with
All
my
right.
fist.
And as you
Amoeba boys
strike it,
with power
you've noticed that your axe, when you slice through it, split it into 2 creatures.
Hashtag uh-oh, now we got 3 we're dealing with.
Now you got 3.
So is 1 large, 2 medium, or
Yeah, 1 large, 2 medium.
Oh boy.
I'll just punch it a bunch.
Alright. That
Check it out.
puts
Punch
us
a
at
bunch.
Thaddeus.
Alright, I'm not gonna punch a bunch, but I also don't have a slicing weapon. But I do have a spear, and it is still glowing, so I'm gonna take some swings with my spear. Oops, careful, Booster.
What's the time on it?
an hour.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 2
Yeah.
minutes. Cool.
An hour. It's crazy. It works for me. Taking my spear, then I just start. I have it in an overhand grip, and I'm just stabbing down into the just letting the little bursts of holy light kind of take care of them. I've got at the low end a 14 to hit. I imagine that'll do the job,
That'll do the job.
and the other one is better than that. All right, so that's 11 and 9, so a total of 20 damage.
Okay.
It is magical.
And it is on the one she hit?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Well, the half of
the-
the
yeah.
ones that she hit. What'd you do?
Drop die.
Stab it.
And as you plunge your spear into it, the wine sort of splats across the room. It really does look like just wine that is thick with mold.
Gross.
Not
Blech.
great.
I don't really know what that looks
Or
like,
down.
but I remember the paint.
So
was
I'm
mold.
going
Don't
to kind of touch my tabard, and the symbol of Lorimir is going to flare with holy light, and the spectral knights are
Oh my
going
God.
to
Alright.
rise.
Pulling out the
from
big guns
the
for
ground.
this one, huh?
They're gonna all make wisdom saves, which I
All
assume
those-
they're
all
not
those moles.
super great at. Ooh, you rolled some big damage.
How's their wisdom, Colby?
The best was a 13.
No, so they all fail. They're all gonna take 21 radiant damage.
There are only 2 left.
Oh, right, I splattered one.
Well then,
Nice.
those 2 are gonna take 21 radiant
You're
damage.
just
Alright.
gonna keep the knights with you as we march in.
Yeah.
So yeah, these spectral knights appear, and I'll salute and start hacking and slashing at this decayed wine.
Righteous.
Is this what you called us for, sir? To fight some spirits?
Esteem.
I thought that was
well, I'm
actually
gonna do
funny,
it.
and I
One,
hate
no,
you for
no,
it.
no.
Oh,
One of the slimes starts moving towards you.
okay.
And as it does so, the slime starts pulling and climbing at your leg. But it's only 7 to hit.
Oh, that's not enough.
The other starts climbing at your other leg for 21 to hit.
Ah, why is it always 21?
And that's gonna be
It wasn't that
8
funny.
bludgeoning damage.
Ouchie.
I know.
And
that's why
I need
I'm
you to.
bad.
Oh, that's not correct.
Oh.
18 bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
And I need you
Goodness.
to make a con save.
It's not over.
10 feet of the paladin. How's that +3?
Conso.
So...
That is a 17.
Alright. You are not intoxicated.
Bummer.
Hi, Tanze.
Esteem.
Why are you still...
Is he real son?
Bummer.
Okay.
Bummer.
Well, I'm going to once again pull that shadow blade out from the dark as a 3rd level spell. this
Oh,
time.
you like that
Ooh.
trick, huh?
Yeah, this is nice. This is a cool thing that I learned how to do. And I'm
Read the
gonna,
book.
I'm gonna slash at this thing that's crawling up on me. It's a 19 to hit
19 on it.
for 12 psychic damage.
Okay.
Was that was their turns,
Just
right?
Just like...
That was.
I
And
don't
that
know.
was the one. The one that was climbing on you was the smaller one, and so actually, you just. Oh, it's immune to psychic damage.
Oh.
I knew there was a chance. I knew it.
All right,
Bummer.
so
I guess that makes sense. It doesn't
nothing
have a
does.
brain.
needs to happen.
Can they make their
Well,
wisdom
no.
saves again?
Session to it. Oh yeah, 'cause it's on their turn,
Sorry.
right?
On their
Yeah.
turn, sure enough.
Both of them fail.
They both take 18 radiant.
Off.
All right, and both of them are torn apart. Or one of them is torn apart by the spectral knights. I'm
Right.
sorry.
So that would that have happened before I got it? Because it starts in their turn.
Was it the start of their turn?
Uh-huh.
It is.
Then yeah, I guess you would not have gotten.
Sick.
I'm sorry.
Take,
That's all right.
untake that damage.
Got
Yeah.
my legs back.
I missed it. I'm sorry.
I'm
Can
gonna
I
punch
also
it.
not cast my shadow?
I still would have.
Yeah.
There's still one left.
Yeah, there's still one left.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Haley,
punch
kill
it 3 times.
Okay.
Oh, maybe not.
Maybe you will. It's a
The
slime.
lowest is a 10.
That'll hit.
Okay, cool.
Right, it's a slime.
Wow. 1,
They're super
6.
not good.
12,
these slimes with my palms.
23.
God.
Okay.
23 with punches.
You just basically reach into the slime and just yank and start pulling mold and slime apart and
Ugh.
throwing it across the room. And it's destroyed.
Nice.
Okay, good. That
Nice.
was really just vile. Why did you do that?
Ugh.
Why'd you pull? Your hands are all goopy.
There's
and you
another
don't have
stone archway at the
prestidigitation.
end of this room that leads forward into another room.
Oh
Okay.
boy, wow, lots of stone.
Oh, walk forward with a contingent of holy knights following
yeah,
us.
We got time.
And in
Feel
that
I'm
uncomfortable.
room,
gonna
Comfortable
useless blade.
at the end
Is
of
this
the
a big
long...
room?
What?
Is this a big room?
It is. It's larger. At the end of the long ramp in the crushing room is another stone archway that leads into the barrel room.
Just
I
noticed
like that you're
him.
drawing it. Do you want the actual dimensions of it?
No, I kind of like just going for it.
All right, cool. So yeah, it looks like there are racks that could hold dozens and dozens of barrels.
Okay.
However,
Hey.
now while there are still a ton of barrels here, as you sort of turn the valve on one, it looks like almost everything here is spoiled into vinegar.
Nice.
The vinegar comes pouring out.
Delicious.
Gross.
Yeah.
Is there any
Alright.
doors out of this room?
No, there are only 20 barrels, and the one you checked did not look good. And no, I'm sorry, yeah, I said no. There are doors. There.
This is it. This is the
I
end.
was looking at something else. So yeah, there's a door to the west, there's a stone archway to the east, and there's a door to the north.
Oh, so there's just doors for days.
So there's doors everywhere, is what you're telling me.
Wow.
So
No,
not
there's no
only
doors.
there's no
There's doors
doors
everywhere.
except all the doors that are everywhere. There's only every door.
Okay.
Good. Good. So we have a lot of options.
Good.
Here.
So which way do we want to go?
We have a lot of options.
I feel like we should not do the stone archway because that feels like
Every time
progress.
Yeah.
And I think we should do the not progress yet so that we can do side things
Ah.
for treasure and such.
Okay.
So that way.
And thoroughness, making sure
To the
we're
left?
in a safe home.
Indeed.
That's important.
All right, we're gonna go nap here. We don't want something.
As you head into
You
that
guys
room,
You're gonna sit grumpily while we nap.
there are more dozens and dozens of barrels just
Barrel
all
town.
over.
No bottles?
You know,
Nothing?
no bottles. I mean, who knows if some of these could be good or if they're all worthless. It would take quite a bit of time to search that.
There's more barrels.
It's nighttime, so we're coming
Yeah.
to a close on that investigation. Any doors in this room?
None.
Okay.
Off the one you came in through.
Gotcha.
So yeah, there's a stone archway and then a door to the north.
Okay. Then let's do the other door.
All right. The other door, as you open it up, leads into a natural cavern that's about 10 feet tall. A rancid stench wafts up from the cavern below. And you can smell them before you see it. As 10 creatures
Oh boy.
start slinking towards you out of the shadows. They look a bit like that.
Oh my.
What
What the
That
devil
seems
is that?
bad, but that seems bad. It seems
Yeah,
gross.
They're zombies covered in slime.
And wine.
Slime,
Slime.
which is
Wine
like
or
wine
slime?
but grosser.
Let's initiate.
Wine slime.
Let us initiate.
I'd like to just
still not too bad.
light blast these losers. So
Yeah.
let's go first or last. That's a crit fail. So
Let's go first in opposite land.
in opposite.
Alright,
way.
Osborne. It's not here. Esteem.
3. That's like the third crit
Do
fail
I?
on initiative.
9?
Daddies.
11.
Barthun.
15.
Oh, that's better.
Alright.
You run in there.
You're up first.
You've got that radiant.
I'm going to kind of
Oh, I still have the sword.
stride in a bit.
It's a minute,
Good
probably
job.
not.
How gathered are they? Would you say
Uh,
they're particularly gathered?
Not for this one more fight.
particularly with your spirit guardians, you could probably get.
I'm thinking more of how gathered they might be for a cone-shaped.
Well,
oh,
but
cone
also-
shaped thing, absolutely, because it's a cavern. It's like just a narrow cavern.
Yeah. Burning hands him and then walk in.
Definitely would like to take a deep breath
And burning hands.
and burning hands all over.
It
All right,
smells
so
real
I would
bad.
say that with burning hands, you could probably get about 4 or 5.
That's fine.
So let's say 5, just for fun.
So they're going to all make dex saves, which I hope that crawling slime zombies are not going to be too good at.
Let's see.
Wow,
Stuff
well, they
went
rolled really well. The
real
first
bad.
couple did. 18, a 17, and a 9,
So 2 passes.
and then a 9 and a 2.
Okay.
So,
So
2
two
passes,
passes, okay.
3 fails. The ones that passed are going to take, what? 8 fire damage, and the rest are going to take 17.
Well, you mean the okay, yeah.
The ones that passed will
What
take
you
8.
find
Oh.
is that actually this burning seems to spread and erupt across their
Oh.
bodies. They didn't like that at
Mm.
all.
Nice.
The 3 that failed are immediately incinerated.
Whoa.
And the stench grows stronger as you do so. It seems that these creatures were very flammable. Roaring and howling, some of them come running towards you and clatter to your feet.
Dig it.
And I will say that as I kind of like prepare my halberd, the 2 knights that were standing in front of me before will kind of seem to split and
Okay.
form several more knights that all stand in
All
front
right,
of me,
nice.
Oh, okay.
And
prepared for them to approach.
I'm gonna say that the two that did pass their saves were still in the area for that as well, because
Okay.
you entered.
So it's whenever they
And
start
when
their
they-
turn or move in.
Or when you move into them.
Oh.
Yeah, because when they enter
Yeah,
the area
so
for
roll
the
that
first time,
damage. Well, how's their wisdom?
they both fail.
Oh, well.
18 radiant damage.
All right, so the two of them
Cook
both
'em.
failed that
Yeah.
save. All right.
Yeah.
However,
There's several other ones.
yes, and unfortunately,
It's
you're right in the center there.
Yeah, I
Yep,
think-
here they come. They're gonna take some
Alright.
radiant damage first, though.
So yeah, 1, 2, 3.
So did those
4,
other two
5. They were
die as
destroyed, torn apart by the
You've
knights,
killed
to
half of
slash
them.
them in two.
Yep.
So there's 5 of them approaching me.
And they're making wisdom saves. We had one pass.
Nice.
Plus. Yeah, one pass total.
So the one pass, does he take? He takes half, right?
Exactly.
He takes 6. The
There you
others take 13.
Nice.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it's alright.
The knights start hacking and slashing, slicing through this putrid, rotten flesh. But the zombies keep coming anyhow.
Of course they do.
That's.
And of course, you're the only thing they have access
I
to.
also figured.
I'm from Ireland now. Don't worry about
So,
it. An Irish dark elf.
as they get up to you,
Most accents is our name.
the first of them has a 16 to hit.
That gets me.
Alright, and that's going to deal 3 bludgeoning damage.
Hey, buddy.
Make a perception check.
Perception.
It's not big enough.
I crit.
Okay. You notice that as he grabs your face and slides his hand across your face, slime, this olive-colored slime, seems to have smeared across your face.
Oh, don't like that.
Yeah, we're
Like
gonna
green
have
olive or like black olive?
Like green olive.
to- Ugh.
Alright, another hits you.
Do you know what this is?
No, he's
Yeah,
just
four.
he
8
likes olives.
bludgeoning damage.
Yeah.
Not green
Roll
olive.
another perception.
Not green ones. Will.
How does a 15? 15.
Versus-
How does a 15 treat you? Another perception.
15? You notice that that one smeared some of this olive slime on your arm.
Alright.
A third hits you
Okay.
for 8 bludgeoning damage.
These
Roll a
are they're all
perception
hit.
check. So far, the first 3 did.
Goodness.
Only 2 more though.
19 or 22.
You notice some slime now smeared across your chest.
Okay.
The next one misses you,
Okay.
and the last one hits you for 10 bludgeoning damage.
Wow.
And make a perception check.
What do you know?
15.
15?
Yeah.
Alright.
Just some
You
slime.
notice some more slime. Alright, that puts us at Thaddeus.
Alright, well, I'm gonna move in alongside my cleric friend and stab into the nearest zombie just with my spear, still a glowing. That is a 21 to hit. I
Hit.
imagine that'll do the job. Oh, right, I forgot we actually have a thing now. For 7 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna hit him again.
Alright.
And I got him again for 8 damage.
Alright.
That's the turn.
Nice.
I'm just stabbing.
Wailing.
He did nothing. He killed 5 in one turn. I killed none of them and poked one twice.
That'll work.
Alright, you
I
are.
am the paladin.
I will, well, let's find out what I do. Well, that's cocked, but I'm gonna take
Well.
That's
cocked, but I don't care.
Yeah, I'm gonna push that down. Anyway, 6 plus 7.
13.
13 is my lowest.
That'll hit.
Awesome.
That's
Okay.
Is a zombo.
Then I run up with my first axe, and I do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage.
Okay. And with that first one, the one that Thaddeus slammed his spear into, you walk up and you hack into its neck, and its head hangs loosely, and slime starts spurting up out of its neck, and it collapses just into a puddle. Ugh.
Okay, and then with my next one, I run up to whatever is left, and it does 11 damage.
Alright.
How much of that's fire?
Oh, that's true.
Oh, how much of that is fire?
6.
Alright, then in that case, as you walk up to it, taking your axe, you hack through its arm, and slime just oozes out of its arm. seems to have replaced all of its muscles and internal organs, and the zombie goes collapsing down to the ground. When it hits the ground, it splashes into a puddle of its own.
Can I punch one that's nearby?
Yeah.
Awesome. I punched that one
Monk is
for
just dancing all over the place.
6 damage. No, 7 damage. Sorry. +4, not +6.
Nice.
+3.
Yeah, and with a huge swing, you slam a fist into him, and that zombie's head rolls back, but it is still moving. Alright, Esteem.
I did it.
Do you think it'd be possible for me to line myself up with the remaining 3?
Yeah.
Without
Are you
lining
really?
myself up with the others?
Yeah,
Are you really?
Why not? I'm gonna hurl a lightning bolt at him.
Okay, let's do some deck
There we
saves,
go.
Colby.
Let's see. It probably won't matter.
They all failed.
Awesome. Well, I do 28 lightning damage.
I don't imagine they can make those saves, yeah? Or do they even get to? I don't know if these zombies are different than...
No, they can make a save.
Okay.
But as your lightning tears through them all, you leave just a puddle of olive slime in the room ahead.
Yep.
It suddenly starts to quiver.
I very quickly.
And that
Oh.
is where we leave our heroes.
Diesel spins.
Alright, see you guys in
Here's
2
some
weeks.
Pictures.
Yes, we will not have a stream. Wait, why are we not having a stream next week?
I don't know, I won't be here.
Are we having a stream next week?
Oh, I thought. Is anyone else not gonna be here?
I was.
We won't
gonna
be here.
We won't be here 2 weeks from now.
Oh, 2 weeks from now we will.
No,
A
next
week
week.
from now?
Next week we will not be here.
Are we not here on Wednesday? I thought we were back on Wednesday.
leaving. We're at Nana's.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Well, currently no stream planned for next week. We'll see how it
We'll
goes.
see how it
There
goes.
Happy holidays.
See you, everybody.
Yeah, y'all have...